Okay, let's look at the game. We now have a game header, but when I fire a beam, it goes just through the header. We need to change the upper boundary of the ship beam. Let's set it to 4 instead of 0. And let's try again. Okay, now it goes only to the 4th row instead. Okay, let's go to the game class and enable the enemies to move again. We can see here that if the ship is, for example now in this scenario, down to the right, the enemies down here, the purple ones, will be able to reach the bottom without taking me, since all the enemies turn when the right ones are at the right boundary. So that means that they will walk down and not take me. Hence we need to remove the purple ones when they reach the bottom down here, and so forth in this case. So let's go to the enemy class and add a new private method, has reached bottom. Here we need a coordinate. So coord entity coordinate. And then we'll need a list of enemies, or enemy base that is, which we call enemies to delete. We will store them in a list and then finally delete them. So for each enemy in the enemy list that we have, the enemies that are currently left, we first get the enemy coordinate and store it in the coordinate variable. And then we check if the coordinates y value is greater than 54 in this case, then it should be deleted. So, enemy unplot, of course. Enemies to delete dot add enemy. Now, after this for each loop, we create the next one, where we actually loop over all the enemies in the enemies to delete list, and for each enemy we just do underscore enemies dot remove enemy. So in the move function, at the bottom we just add the call to the has reached bottom. Now let's go to the add enemies and add the y values for all the enemies, so we don't have to wait that long until they reach the bottom. Let's add 20 on each of them. Okay, now let's compile and try it out. Let's shoot a few of them down here in the right corner. Okay. And the blue one. There we go. Okay. We now have the scenario that I described in the beginning. Okay, so the purple ones should be deleted now. There we go. Okay, seems to work. Let's wait for another row. Okay, and we're done.